Welcome to the AngularJS. AngularJS is the library that we need to learn about for web development. Before we go for the learning the AngularJS, we need to learn about how it built, what are the advantages, features, and everything. So let's start with the history. It is the JavaScript library built by the one of the person developer, but now in today's date it handled by the Google. In 2010 it released by the Google with some changes as an open source front-end web framework, and the other community and the main Google itself maintain this AngularJS. It is used to develop the single page application. So you can see that in AngularJS is the library that handles the single page application for the web development. And most important thing about that, anyone can like the community person can change that easily. It was actually released by the Misko in 2009 to think about like they want to like Misko want to work on the HTML element directly without using any third-party JavaScript framework like jQuery, etc. But it is not done by himself, so he launched another JavaScript library to handle quickly and respond that particular actions or other things from the element itself. So for that purpose, the Misko designed the JavaScript library in 2009, and after that it will owned by the Google that I have told you already. And this is the most popular framework in those days, because in 2010 the very low frameworks or very low libraries are available that help us to maintain the single page application that easy to maintain and easy to replace inside the application. So that's why the AngularJS become the more popular framework in those days. And if we talk about the features, so features like it provides the MVW. M stand for the model, view V, and W for whatever. Whatever means whatever. You can say that like, so whatever that means you can use whatever things with the AngularJS itself. It basically handles the tags, attributes, expression of your HTML. It allowed to work with the event also, and it's so easy. Support the data binding, two-way data binding, template engine, and the routing is available. Animation and the validation is also available into that. And the last and most important, dependency injection. So these are the features that you can use using the AngularJS for your web application. So basically it's like bunch of things provided by the Google to handle the web application using the front-end development. Let's make one small application using the AngularJS. For building the AngularJS application, we need some tool to handle the code, to handle the output, and to handle the support. So most important thing for the AngularJS application is Widget Studio code. So we have to install the Widget Studio code first as the IDE, so integrated development environment. Actually it's like a text editor, work like a text editor that help you to edit the code, and the other thing is for the same. And the second thing, I need a library and one folder that I can use to build the application. So this is Widget Studio code. You can open any folder. If you built it already, you can open it. If you're not, then you have to open that folder, or you have to build that folder and then open it. So here you can see that folder is open into the output, which is Studio code. Here you can build the HTML file to handle the rest of the code. Now the most important part about the Widget Studio code, it comes with a lot of shortcuts like HTML5 shortcuts. It builds the rest of the code automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about the main line of code and everything. So this is the introduction. Let's build one small application. Before that, we also need one thing. Like if I write down this ng app, it will not going to be work because we need the library link. For that, we have to borrow that link and add that into the script tag. That script tag should be inside the head part, so you can easily handle that script before the execution of your application. So here it is. You can write down the script, and script in between you can use src. It is an attribute that used relative or the absolute path of your library. In my case, I am using the absolute path that handle this 1.6.9 library for AngularJS. Now you can do any code inside that. So I want to print something here in between this division, name. So I write down name here, but before I use the name, I need to initialize this name. Without it, it cannot be executed. If I execute this, it will send me an error. So that's why I init it using the ng. Ng stands for the Angular itself. You can init any number of variable before your application going to be executed. Let's see. To open this application, you just have to open the file that you built from the folder. So open the folder first. This is the folder. Here it is. This is the file. Open that. Now you can see into the browser your output. Let's change something. I just changed my name into the init part. Here, Pradesh. Here you can change it something like this, and it will definitely affect into the output. Okay, so this is the name property. You can also evaluate some expressions like mathematics, like expression also into the output. So this is the about how to maintain the small application using AngularJS. We will learn about more into the next chapter. Up to that, thank you.